The USC Trojans insiders are helping Oklahoma fans out on the recruiting trail by feeling good about themselves with a new prediction for the Sooners to land one of the most coveted quarterbacks in the 27 cycle, where he's also going to be on campus today. So we got to talk about it. We got to discuss this for the Oklahoma Sooners. If you guys are new to the channel, this is where I ask you guys, hit that like and hit the subscribe button so you're not missing out on any Oklahoma recruiting content. Hey, Oklahoma's taking on Michigan today. So I want to see your guys' score predictions down in the comments below. But additionally, you got to let me know what you think about this latest prediction for the Oklahoma Sooners. That is going to be for Oklahoma to land the talented four-star 2027 quarterback, Peyton Houston. You guys are probably very familiar with this name because we've talked about him quite a bit here on the channel. He's a 5'11", 198 pounds out of Shreveport, Louisiana, out of Evangel Christian Academy. Very talented with over 32 total offers. You've had a lot of schools like Florida, LSU, Oklahoma, Texas, USC, all in the mix for Peyton Houston. And over the past couple of months, it's really seemed like it was a Oklahoma-USC battle. But it seems like USC insiders are starting to wave the white flag, as you've seen Scott Schrader put in a prediction for the Oklahoma Sooners to land Peyton Houston. Now, this probably could have bigger implications on the 2026 cycle. So we're going to talk about that here in a second. But Peyton Houston, a phenomenal prospect and going to be making his college decision on September 15th. Now, for the Oklahoma Sooners, for a guy, if you end up landing him, highly productive quarterback. Last year threw for 4,480 yards, 38 total touchdowns with only 6 interceptions on 310 completions on only just 443 attempts. That's a 70% completion percentage. He also ran for 690 yards and 7 touchdowns on 6.6 yards per carry. So you kind of see what Ben Arbuckle sees in him. But right now, he's the 126th ranked player in the entire country. You'd imagine he's going to continue to rise to the rankings. One of the interesting things that's really been circulating over the past couple of weeks that kind of has a lot of ties with Peyton Houston is a 2026 wide receiver in Ethan Feaster. You might know him better as Booby Feaster. There's been a lot of rumors and everything circulating for, I could say the past couple of weeks or even just the past month that maybe Booby Feaster would visit Oklahoma. Now, Ethan did go on Twitter and shut down those rumors really quickly, said that he is committed to USC, and that's where he is going to stay locked in with. There are a lot of insiders across the industry that believe Booby Feaster will be on campus for Oklahoma, potentially during the Michigan game. Honestly, I don't even know where to land at this point with that news. I think you have to follow Booby Feaster a little bit and kind of go with what he's telling you. But sometimes recruits are not the best source of information for that specific recruit. He is really good friends with Peyton Houston, and this is where you kind of start to link everything together. If Peyton Houston is able to get Booby Feaster on campus, I think Oklahoma has a real chance to flip him in the 26th cycle and have one of the most elite wide receivers in this class committed. And this is one where I definitely think Oklahoma would pay. Ethan Booby Feaster is an incredible prospect, an incredible talent. And if you're able to land Peyton Houston, I think that could go a long way for trying to flip a guy like Booby Feaster. Nothing's set in stone yet. We're not saying he's visiting this weekend. But a lot of the insiders are telling you, if Oklahoma lands Peyton Houston, he might flip. If Peyton Houston shows up on campus for Michigan, he might show up as well. And if you're an Oklahoma fan, that could be double good news for you out of one little piece of good news, right? USC insiders, they really want Peyton Houston to end up at USC, and you understand why. Booby Feaster's got 53 total offers, by the way. It's 6'1", 180 pounds out of DeSoto, Texas. Just a short drive up, but he is a track athlete. So when you look at guys that Jim Nagy wants to go after, he fits the mold. Last year, 57 receptions for 855 yards and 14 receiving touchdowns. Now, additionally, huge prospect weekend for Oklahoma. When you look at some of the guys that are showing up on campus, they're going to have 4 5-stars in the 27 cycle on campus, maybe more. You've got Joshua Dobson, the 6'1", 175-pound corner out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. He's the number 5 overall player in this 2027 class. Massive prospect. It's going to be his first visit to Oklahoma. And again, I'm going to tell you the trend here. He's a track and field athlete. Last year, he totaled 48 tackles, 10 pass breakups, and 3 interceptions, along with 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown. And I just want to know something else. The Michigan Wolverines made sure to offer him right before they were going to show up to Norman, right? They also want to get on the action. And since they're going to be in town, they want to make sure that he gets an opportunity to have an offer when he gets to get a look at him. So Joshua Dobson, first visit, could be a big one for Oklahoma. Obviously, South Carolina is the leader here. Clemson's also a player. Georgia's a player. But for the Oklahoma Sooners, if you really want a guy like this, which I do think Oklahoma would pay for a guy like Joshua Dobson, I think you would play ball for him. You've got to make an impression. You've got to win tonight. Now, Kennedy Brown, the number 1 overall player in the class, he is a 6'4", or I think he's closer to 6'5". He's a tall 6'4". 280-pound offensive tackle out of Kingwood High School, out of Humble, Texas. 44 offers from everybody across the country. Super, super immense full, highly talented tackle prospect. This is probably one of the better tackle prospects we've seen in the past couple of years on the recruiting trail. Right now, I think he's playing right tackle, but this is the guy that probably comes in and he's going to end up playing left tackle for you. Now, maybe he could play left, right tackle if you get Cooper Hackett, who is also going to be on campus this weekend, the Texas Tech commit. That recruitment is not over by any means of the stretch. Oklahoma is willing to pay for him. If you know the background situation in that recruitment, you understand why Cooper Hackett committed to Texas Tech. But 2 really big offensive line prospects that are going to be on campus, Bill Bedenbaugh is going to have his hands full. And lastly, the Oklahoma Sooners are going to get Jalen Brewster back on campus. The 6'4", 300-pound defensive lineman, another top 10 player. Guys, that is 4 5-stars and 4 top 10 players in the 27 class going to be on campus for the Michigan game. Immensely big day for Oklahoma. You win, you make an impression. Oklahoma sets themselves up very well to potentially go out there and land some of these prospects in the 27 cycle. So I want to hear from y'all. Join the discussion. Let me know down in the comments below what your score predictions are for the Michigan game and if you think Oklahoma can land any of these prospects. And we will see you all after the Michigan game for a recap.